Hello, everybody. What's up? This is Gina Ifoe, the one and only African superstar, back at it again with another Unpopular Opinions Live. First, giving a big shout outs to the customers at AfricanSuperstar.com. Hi, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good replay when you're seeing this message. I also want to give a big shout out to my members only who are designated by the circle next to their name. Thank you for your continued support on our platform. As you see, it continues to grow. So that's always encouraging. Today, I want to talk about an unpopular opinion that many people, in my opinion, should certainly begin to invest their time and efforts in, and that is strive to solve your own problems. So, in current events, obviously I'm here in the UK currently, and there has been the newly elected Prime Minister Liz Truss. She resigned a few days ago, and also there has been a continuing depreciation of the CD, which is the currency in Ghana. It's been ongoing for several months now, but it has made another plummet recently. And obviously, you know, people will reach out to me, ask me what I think about this. I actually received a phone call from a friend in Abuja to inform me that Liz Truss has resigned here in the UK. I was completely unaware. And the reason is because in everything and always, my focus is solving my own problems and doing what I can do in my power to govern my own life. And what that otherwise translates into, I don't really consult the government. To date, I've never voted. I don't do election stuff. I don't really have a position on it because, as far as I'm concerned, whether whoever is in office or whatever, I don't even really know how it pertains to me as an individual because, I'm still dealing with the same daily reality in most cases. I lived in America for several decades, uh, never voted, and still lived basically the life that I wanted to live. Prime ministers have changed in the last several years. I believe when I came here, there was, oh God, what was her name? Theresa May was in office, and then it went to Boris, and then it went to Liz Truss. The Queen has died. Um, you know, a new American president. All these things have happened in the last several years, but I struggle to see a direct correlation to what it means to me as an individual. So I always want to promote my peers to be front and center in solving your own problems. When you are in that position in your life, a lot of things externally won't even have an impact on you because you'll still be doing your own thing. Now, obviously, when currency depreciates and things like that, that can be a challenge and so on and so forth. To that, I would say that, you continue to live your life. You don't live a life of fear. You don't live a life of lack. You learn how to appreciate the things that are most important. And I think that because I know how to do that, I know what is absolutely most important. What is most important is your basic needs. Okay. Shelter, food, health, your sanity. Okay. Those are your absolute basic needs. If those things are met, you're already standing upright. You're already in a good position. If those things are not met, that is a dire and important necessity and need that you need to begin to focus on. Okay. Once you have those basic needs covered, everything else is extra, And so if that's the case, then you don't need to get overworked and depressed and concerned, and it's affecting the way you sleep because you're worried about these world economies and you're worried about this politician and this and that. And then the politician that you elected, the person that you voted for, doesn't keep up on their campaign promises. Guys, look, take control of your life. Okay. Don't expect anyone else to sort it or solve it. If you get assistance along your journey, whatever. Like, say, for instance, people that were in America during COVID time, some of them, they got stimulus checks. Okay. Some of us that were abroad, citizens that were abroad also got stimulus checks. Things like this, it's like, hey, thanks. I appreciate it. But, you know, I was already doing what I was doing, what I was doing, what I was doing. And when you make up your mind, I'm going to control it. I'm going to control what becomes of my life. I'm going to put in the effort. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. Some people are waiting, for instance, for like the government to give reparations. I know so many people have talked about that in America and, UK. There's all these like initiatives. I look at the world like they're never going to pay it. If they do eventually give it to me or my grandchildren, your grandchildren, or whatever, so be it. Well, that'll be a nice windfall for them to enjoy. But I don't let such things dictate my life. Obviously, I've mentioned to the channel, I'll be returning to Ghana soon, and people are like, "Oh, I don't know because of the economy," and then I'm like, "Look, I'm still going to go and do what I want to do and what I want to do." And as you grow up and become a mature adult anyway, you understand that you got to continually be rolling with the punches because, especially in this day and age, my generation, we're experiencing so many changes. We don't have the ability to just kind of get into a little groove and just do that thing effortlessly forever. The floor is often being shaken beneath our feet. Changes are happening. All these things are taking place. Things are shifting. And if you don't know how to adapt to that, recalibrate, look at the situation and say, okay, this is how I'm going to proceed. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. Your adulthood should teach you that nothing is finite. Nothing is finite, And if you're the kind of person that you focus on what has happened to you, you can't get over this shock and you can't get over this betrayal and you can't get over this disappointment. You can't get over the fact that this person lied or, this remedy didn't work and this and that. You are going to delay yourself because life is still going on while you're still stuck in that same spot. My advice to you is always be perpetual. Establish your intent. And number one, strive to solve your own problems. Don't leave it up to anybody else. Whatever it is that you want out of your own life. Okay? That has got to be your ultimate priority. And if that's your ultimate priority, certain things won't even affect you when they happen. I'm not trying to be funny or anything like that, but because I don't involve myself in things that don't pertain to me, this whole Ukraine-Russian situation, it's not my problem. I don't think about it. I don't worry about it. People are being, concerned about things that are way out of their realm, that they're powerless to change, have no direct impact on them or anything. And basically what it does, guys, is it sucks your energy. Okay? It distracts you. It sucks your energy and you end up being non-productive because you are misallocating your energy. Whereas if you're harnessing that energy and you're directing it where it needs to be. Okay? So I could sit around and I could worry about what's the state of the UK now? Who's going to be the new prime minister? How is this going to impact? Or I can come and do what I came to do and return to where I need to go. Which one do y'all think I'm going to do? People talk to me all the time about what's happening in America. Oh, Gina, the last election, who do you think is going to get elected? Listen, I don't live there. I don't live there. I don't keep up with what goes there, and it's not my business. And even in Ghana, I think, if people began to put their energy on becoming self-sufficient. You know, in Ghana, for instance, people have lands. You know, not just in Ghana, many places on the continent, people have family lands. Big shout out to Anonymous. Absolutely correct. I will continue to follow my strategy. I'm not deterred by all these things that's going on. You know, I'm still going to adhere to the plans that I set up. And if they put an obstacle to my plan, you know, like for instance, when COVID came and I was scheduled to move to Ghana in 2020, I was scheduled to move in June of 2020. The borders were shut. I couldn't travel to Ghana. There was no way for me to travel to Ghana at that time. Okay. Basically, when the borders opened up, which they did later on that year in September, I moved straight away. You know, had a conversation with my landlord at the time, and I said, listen, I don't know exactly when I'm going to be able to go because I don't know when the borders are going to open up, but I'm just informing you that when that time comes, I will be leaving immediately. You know, put my affairs in order. I was continually working on my migration, even though the day had passed. I made sure I had money in my account, so when the borders open, I can book a ticket. Spoke to my landlord about my living arrangements, began to organize my shipping, you know, began to liquidate my things, get ready to, you know, move out of my place rapidly. All those things I was doing behind the scenes. When the opportunity opened, I was out. You know, when the window of opportunity came, I took it. But I did all those things because I'm the master of my own life. I'm the master of my destiny. And there's no, you know, there's no mystery as to why I'm able to do certain things and achieve certain things in my life. And some people will come along and say, oh, Gina, I wish I could do the same thing. I wish I could do this. I wish I could do that. There's no wishing involved, my friend. It's simple. It's simple strategy of this is what I want to do. This is how I'm going to do it. And then when the setbacks even come, it's the recalibration. Some of you guys missed that too. You know, there's a Bible verse I used to love from the Bible. Paul said, you ran well. What hindered you? Which means you started the race strong. You started out with good intention. You had direction. You had energy. Somehow between the starting line and the finishing point, something happened and you never made it. Recalibration is so important. That's what all the leaders are doing right now at this moment as the world around them is chaotic, as things are happening, maybe things are impacting them. Leaders are recalibrating immediately. It's almost like second nature to us. It's like, okay, this problem has come. What's my response to this problem? This problem has come. Okay, I need to readjust this. This problem has come. I'm going to go over it. I'm going to go around it. I'm going to go under it. Facts. That's what real leaders and winners are doing in these crisis times. Okay? They're not online posting stupid posts and live streaming for 70 hours and the situation in the UK and the situation in Ghana. No, they are sitting there and saying, okay, how can I win in this situation? What can I do to position myself? How can I recalibrate? How can I get around these obstacles? How can I win? That's it. You know, it's an unpopular opinion because the world we live in wants us to entrust a third party or whatever to destine our life. And that's why so many people are willy-nilly. And that's why so many people are not getting what they want out of life, because you're waiting on a third party who doesn't care, may not even know you, is not involved, has no stake in your life or whatever, to be the delegator of your life. That's why you've been wanting something that's basically pretty simple. Your whole life through, you've been wanting the same things a lot of times. And if you took the initiative to solve it, you would solve it. You know, let's just say Empress is here. I don't know who else is here because I only see 2 people in the chat room, but big shout outs to you guys. I'm getting ready to wrap up anyway. Let's say Empress has a broken wardrobe in her room. Okay. She's got this dodgy wardrobe that every time she needs to open the door. The door is kind of like it's falling off the hinges. So every time she tries to pull it, she's got to adjust it. And then her clothes are crazy in the wardrobe because, one of the shelves has broken down and she can never find her shoes. And it takes her forever to find the outfits. And it's so frustrating. Now, every day, Empress is going through the stress with the wardrobe. Okay. For ladies out there with lots of clothes and shoes and accessories, we know what it's like when you want that one belt, you want that certain pair of jeans, you want that jacket, and you can't find it in your wardrobe or your closet. You can't find it, and you're like, it's frustrating. Okay. So every day, Empress is going through this because she's got to put clothes on every day. Now, Empress wants this wardrobe to get fixed. She's really sick of it. Okay. But she's just, she hasn't made a decision to fix it. She hasn't said, okay, I'm either going to replace this wardrobe or I'm going to have a handyman come over and fix it, or I'm going to, do something else. I'm going to do a DIY project. I'm going to get a temporary, shelving to put my things in. And, until she sits down and works out how she's going to take care of this wardrobe problem, she's going to have that stress every single day. And guess what? She's walking past us on the road. We have no idea that her wardrobe is messed up. We have no idea. Nor are we concerned about it because we're thinking about our own problems that's going on. You see, when Empress decides, this is a stress for me. This is an inconvenience for me. I need to sit down and figure out what I'm going to do. Now, the truth is, if Empress is in a position, she can fix that wardrobe today, or she can buy a brand new wardrobe and have it shipped. She can take care of that situation. In less than a week, she can take care of a broken wardrobe. She can take care of it. Some problems are larger and take more time, more strategy to solve. But at the end of the day, you can solve a lot of your own problems, folks. You can solve a lot of your own problems. Even grand problems, even humongo problems, even problems you've had for several years, you can solve it, folks, if you make the conscious decision to solve it. If you have the resilience to see it through, if you're willing, you can solve it. And guess what? Whether or not, Liz Truss is the Prime Minister of the UK, the CD is depreciating, President Biden is losing his memory or whatever, Empress can choose to sort out her wardrobe, among other problems. She wouldn't care who's in office. She don't care because guess what? She took the initiative to be the delegator of her own life. If you want to fix your garden, big shout out to Nunu. She recently had some work done in the garden. I'm looking at the garden. There's the garden. Nunu recently had some work done in the garden. She'd been wanting to have this work get done in the garden. Okay. She asked a couple people. They were not, helpful. And then she finally said, okay, you know what? I know the person. I'm going to go with them and get it done. She got the garden fixed. The people who didn't even want to assist her even made comments and said, wow, you sorted it out. Wow, that's good. Wow. She took the initiative to say, you know what? I want my garden fixed. I need to get this and that done. I'm going to do it. Does she care who's in the Prime Minister's office? I don't know. I haven't asked her. We haven't spoken about it. But guess what? It doesn't impact that situation and many situations that you have going on. So this is my message to you guys. Take some initiative in your own life. My message to Black people globally, take some initiative. Okay? If you're looking for the government to sort you out, listen, you're wasting your time. If you're waiting for non-Black people to acknowledge the things they've done wrong, even the playing field, pay you reparations, apologize, listen, you're wasting your time. What you need to do is figure out how you can maximize and optimize your own life to get the things that you want out of it. And be prepared. If you're really about it, you'll be ready. You'll make drastic moves. You'll do things others deem impossible. Big shout outs to Blockavelli. Thanks so much for that 5 on it, bro. I see you. You know, that's my message to my own people. Okay. Stop praying about it. You know, stop spending all your time hoping and wishing. Stop doubting yourself. Stop putting yourself down and thinking that you're incompetent. You know, the truth is, another reason you need to strive to solve your own problems is because everyone is different and everyone has different needs. And only you can create solutions that minister to you, because it's your own custom need. So you can figure out, okay, this works, this doesn't work. I can need a little bit of this. I need a little bit of that. You know, for instance, here in the UK, there's a lot of African migrants, okay, and second generation, my African people here. A lot of them work night shifts, okay? Night shift, you know, many places overnight, usually like 10 to 6 or things like that. They tend to pay more money and things like that. So a person that could do night shift, maybe, you know, their needs are different than like me. I cannot do night shifts. Okay. Basically, I tap out from work around 6 o'clock. It's very difficult for me to even concentrate on work related anything and the general public after 6 p.m. Okay. 6 p.m. is when I clock out mentally from work and those kind of things. So there's no way that I could work overnight. I have to make solutions that are in the best interest of Gina and the needs of Gina, the lifestyle she needs, the, you know, the components that make me strive, you know, make me excel. I mean, so guys, I have to go, unfortunately, but not before I brought this message to you. This is my advice to my viewers. This is my advice to anyone aspiring to do anything. Okay. Take your own problems under your own control. Take responsibility for them and say, you know what? I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix it. You know, I've been hoping all this time that somebody else was going to fix it. And I've been hoping all this time that somebody was going to do it. You know, and I think if you graduate away from the concept that people don't care, because I see people are very hung up on that. Okay, people are very hung up that other people don't care about their life. If you come to the consensus that it's not compulsory that anybody else cares, okay, it's not compulsory that anybody else does anything for you. Whatever they do for them, whatever they do for you, be grateful that they have done it. But that is not a necessity, that you're still going to do whatever you need to do, irrespective if anyone helps you or not. Because you're taking on that responsibility of your own life and your own outcomes, your own problems and your own solutions. You take it on. And the beauty about it is, guys, make sure you hit the like, or you can send a super chat like Mr. Blockavelli. Big shout outs to the family. The beauty about it is, once you develop the system of solving your own problems, you get better at it. You'll get better at it. You're able to recalibrate faster. You know, often as soon as a problem comes, you're able to solve the problem. People don't even know the problem happened because you took care of it so quickly that it was almost like, okay, it happened. And you was like, boom, solved it. Solved it. Let's say, going back to Empress in my example, let's say the day that door got a little dodgy, Empress was like, okay, you know what? I've had this wardrobe 6 years. I'm going to go ahead and replace it. You know, she goes to IKEA. She goes on to Amazon. She goes, you know, wherever, and she buys a brand new wardrobe that very same day. Gets it shipped in a couple days, you know, sorted. Next time her friend comes over, she's like, wow, you replaced your wardrobe? Oh yeah, girl. Yeah, it broke last week and I ordered a new one. You know, you get faster at recalibrating the more that you do. You see, but the longer you wait and you just let the problem manifest and you don't want to address it and you're procrastinating and you don't want to face it. You know, you don't want to face it. The further and further you are from solving that problem. And the reality is, the more and more it's probably getting out of control. You know, I don't worry about a lot of these things that are going on in the world because I am the master of this here, my life. Okay. I'm going to keep striving to make Gina's life the way that I like it. And I don't care who is coming and going a lot of time. I don't care, you know? And when it comes that it actually affects me, like I said, in the instance that, you know, they locked the borders, that was a time of a big reflection. That was the time that really influenced me to go ahead and move, go all in and go to Ghana. Because I said, you know what? If they're going to be shutting these international borders, I'd rather be stuck in Ghana than be stuck abroad. So I need to go ahead and go all in and try to do what I can do. You know, when I have the opportunity, I need to prepare myself in this late time, you know, in this downtime, so that when my window of opportunity comes, I'm able to recognize it and I'm able to jump on it. You know, don't wait. Every opportunity is once in a lifetime, guys. Every opportunity is once in a lifetime. If you have the notion to take that opportunity, go ahead and take it. You know, if you got something on your horizon, be positioning yourself for that thing. That way, if an opportunity comes, you're able to take it. You don't have to delay. You know, you don't have to deliberate and all that. You have wisdom. You're able to see it, recognize it, and enact. So big shout outs, family. Thank you so much for watching this live stream. If you're not subscribed to our channel, please make sure that you do so you can see more unpopular opinions. I have a brand new music video coming out at 3,000. We're only like 10 subs away. So it's already uploaded here on the channel. I put it up yesterday. So it's here waiting for you guys. So until we meet again, stay black and true. If you ain't black, just stay true.